Good morning, second grade. Miss Fogelman here today for your math lesson. Today we are talking about number lines. All right. Our learning target today is that the student will see a relationship between a ruler and a number line. They will then use the number line to complete a problem. Our anchor chart talks about number lines. This is a number line. This one goes from the number 1 to the number 18. Numbers get greater when you count to the right. They get smaller when you count to the left. So if we're adding in a problem, we're going to the right because our numbers will get larger. If we're subtracting, we're going to the left because our numbers will get smaller. We can use the number line to solve both addition and subtraction problems. Okay. All right, now I know that before we left for the holiday break, we were talking about rulers and yardsticks, feet, inches, centimeters. Could you see the what relationship can you see between the number line and the ruler? Give you a moment to think about that. If you said that there are numbers evenly spaced along the number line, and there are also numbers evenly spaced along the ruler, you would be correct, okay? The spaces between the 0 and the 1 and so on a ruler are all evenly spaced. The spaces are equal. On a number line, the same must be true. Why do you think it's important that those numbers are spaced evenly from one to another? It is important because, for example, on a ruler, if you measure 1 inch from 0 to 1, and it's one length, and then from 1 to 2 is a different length, then you're not going to get a true measurement of whatever you're measuring because one distance is not the same as the next. Plus, if you have one ruler with one distance from 0 to 1, and then another ruler with a different distance from 0 to 1, you cannot say that centimeters or millimeters or inches are going to be the same no matter what you measure them with. Same thing here. If your number line does not have equal spacing, then you cannot say that jumping from 1 to 2 is going to be the same as jumping from 2 to 3. All right. Our question for today says, Mary went to the store and bought 18 pieces of candy. On the way home, she ate 7 of them. How many pieces of candy does she have left? We are going to use this number line to figure out the answer to that question. Let me grab my pen. All right. So she started off with 18 pieces of candy. So here we are at the number 18. The number 18 on the number line is the same as saying 18 pieces of candy. Now, on the way home, she ate 7 pieces. Kind of made that a little too big of a circle there. She ate 7 pieces. That means, does she have them anymore? Nope, they're gone. She ate them. So now we're trying to figure out how many pieces she has left. So we're moving this direction on the number line because our number of candies is getting smaller. We're subtracting. So we're saying 18 minus 7 equals something, okay? So let's figure out what that is. Our first jump goes from 18 to 17, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So let's double check. We have one jump, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 18 minus 7 is 11. Because that is the last number that we landed on when we subtracted the 7 candies by showing 7 jumps. All right. I clear my drawings and get my mouse back so we can continue. All right, I wanted you to watch the following video. Let me make sure that I clicked my box as a final review for today.
Those emotions, they were put on hold by time, but at Claire's Bridal.
Hey there! Today, we will learn some cool strategies for adding and subtracting within 20. First, let's recall the basics of how to add and subtract numbers by helping our friend Jake. Jake has a habit of borrowing books from the library. Right now, he has 4 books which he borrowed last week. However, he realizes he needs more books for a project. So he went back to the library and borrowed 3 more books. How many books does he have now? Let's use a number line to find out. Jake started with 4 books, which means we start at 4 on the number line. Since he borrowed 3 more books, we must move to the right 3 times. Count with me. 1, 2, 3. Good job. Notice how we stop at 7? So that means Jake has a total of 7 books now. Again, 4 books plus 3 books equals 7 books. Now, the librarian reminded Jake that 2 of the previous books he borrowed are due, so he must return them today. How many books will be left once he returns them? Let's use the number line again. Jake borrowed 7 books, so we start at 7. Since he would be returning 2 books, let's move to the left twice. Let's count again. 1 and 2. We stopped at 5, so this means Jake has 5 books left. 7 books minus 2 books equals 5 books. That's it for the basics. Thanks for helping Jake out. Keep in mind that when using a number line, addition means going to the right and subtraction means going to the left.
All right, so the last thing that I want to do with you today is I want to show you the activity that you will be doing in Shobi. So the one example is this subtraction problem is 9 minus 7 equals 2. So as you can see, starts at 9. We know that we subtract 7 because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 jumps, and we land on the number 2, which is the answer. So let's do this one together here. We have to come up with the addition or subtraction problem that goes with this number line. So where are we starting? We're starting here at the number 13. So 13 is going to be our first number. And we're moving to the left. And when we move to the left, we are subtracting. When we move to the right, we are adding. So on this one, we're moving to the left, so we know we are subtracting because we're getting a smaller number in the end. We are jumping 1 jump, 2 jumps, whoop, 3 jumps, 4 jumps, 5 jumps, 6 jumps. So we are doing 13 minus 6 equals, and where do we land? 7. Okay, so 13 minus 6 equals 7. Now, let me clear my... I would like for you to do letters D, E, F, and G. Remember, if the arrow is moving to the left and the numbers are getting smaller, you're subtracting. The arrow is moving to the right and the numbers are getting bigger, you're adding. Okay, this will be in Shobi. Make sure you complete it once you are done watching the video. All right, have a good day.